Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are, including the CastBox app. If you want a great, free, easy way to support Going In Raw, download the CastBox app to your iOS or Android device. Go to Going In Raw and hit subscribe, and boom, we're better for it. We're actually better for it.
Yes.
And we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We have a bevy of reward tiers there you can check out. We're going to be doing some new stuff with the Patreon stuff.
Yeah, next week.
Next week, we'll roll all that stuff out. It should be a lot of fun. We wanted to do something that's sort of better for patrons and better for everybody else that isn't a patron. We're trying to do more, but better. Obviously.
Yes, more but better.
And then, of course, we're also at prowrestlingtees.com/Going In Raw. And we're at the friendomarket.com. But, man, we're basically out of, we're like on the verge of being out of larges and mediums. Mm-hmm. We had to reorder. So some of the orders are going out a little bit later than we had wanted to.
Yeah.
The ones, I think there has been like larges and mediums that have been ordered since like around July 16th, about 10 days ago, and this sucks. I know, it totally sucks. Are going to have to wait until very early next week.
Yeah.
Because I think I got the tracking info today that those reorders are coming on Monday.
Cool.
So
we're up to date on everything else.
We're
correct?
up to date on everything else. We sent a whole bunch out, like a bunch more are going out when Mr. Postman picks them up today. But yeah, larges and mediums, we're down to like just a small handful that are in the reorder shipment coming.
Yeah. I mean, literally single digits, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So get those while they're hot, because we're not going to reorder any until probably the holiday season.
Yeah. I think our current stock will probably be the end of it.
Until the holiday season.
Until we do a restock.
Yeah. If you're a hoss, if you're like 3X, 4X, I think we have a bunch of those.
We have a few. We don't have a bunch.
Yeah, we don't have a bunch of anything.
No.
We almost sold like 400 shirts.
I know. That's pretty incredible.
Wow, you guys are the best.
And again, we pack every order.
We pack every single order.
Single order.
Exactly.
I just cut my hair today, so there'll probably be a lot less Larson hair in the packages.
Oh, what a bummer.
No, it's good.
It's like an Easter egg, dude.
Because whenever I'd bend over and I'd see my head on screen, there's not a whole lot of hair left up there. So.
Yeah.
So.
This is funny. I noticed this today. Los Ingobernables de Carne on the Twitter proposed on Twitter the idea that I said yesterday about Aiden English and Lana.
Yeah.
And this is cute. He reached out and he said, "Hi, I accidentally stole your Rusev Aiden train idea. I tweeted it when I was high listening to Going In Raw this morning without giving credit. Once it started getting retweets, I retweeted it crediting Going In Raw, but now it's blowing up. Please don't revoke my friendoship." So I'm going to say, ha, no problem. I'm reading this now on the show. No sweat. Friendo, all good.
All good.
Anyways, I'm fine if my jokes get out into the ether because they're so stupid. All right. What are we going to talk about today?
We're talking about 205 Live and NXT, a really good episode of NXT this week.
A subpar episode of 205 Live. You know why? Because there was no Leo Rush.
No, there was a Leo Rush interview.
There was a small promo, but it's the man of the hour. Give him. I'm the man of the hour. Give me at least 30 minutes to talk. Or fight.
The match. Hideo Itami. Show kicked off with Akira Tozawa versus Jack Gallagher. Drake Maverick joined the commentary team on commentary.
Yeah.
We had a brief Gallagher iPhone promo. Brian Kendrick just kind of stood there. That seemed to be like emblematic of his current run in 205 Live. He's just kind of there.
He does a lot of milling about.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah.
It's a shame. You know what? Like the last shot of the 205 Live intro graphic, which is Brian Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember back to like his performance in the Cruiserweight Classic. His match against Kota Ibushi was outstanding, and I just wish they let him wrestle like that.
Yeah, Yeah.
Or, I'm guessing it's just because he's in this thing with Gulak and Gallagher, where he's kind of has to like simplify his wrestling a bit.
It's always possible, and I don't know if this is the case, because I agree with you. I mean, I want to see people live up to their full potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's always possible. Maybe they keep him around as sort of a player/coach
Entirely
type
possible.
guy. 'Cause
Entirely
he's been
possible.
around
Oh yeah, I'm
forever.
sure he's got a whole lot of information and knowledge to pass on to the younger competitors.
Yeah, I get your point, though. It's been a while since he's been in the spotlight. He always seems to be just sort of tagging along.
Even his matches when he was contending for the cruiserweight title and when he was cruiserweight champion, those all good stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm with that.
So we'll see more of it. Anyways, this match is kind of what you'd expect from Jack Gallagher and Akira Tozawa. Tozawa's great.
Yeah, he is.
Gallagher,
I liked Gallagher in this match.
Yeah, he seemed to be doing a bit more of the joint manipulation stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems not to be a whole lot of consistency match to match in terms of what he's going to do, how cruel he's going to be as heel, mean Jack Gallagher.
That's true. He was a bit meaner here.
Yeah, and when he's meaner, I like it.
Yeah. So I was fine with this. It was what it was. It wasn't like a long match or anything. I think to me, I'll be honest with you, like the match was fine and everything. It wasn't like 5 stars, but Drake Maverick had some interesting comments on commentary. Nigel McGuinness was saying, why did you choose the 4 competitors in the Fatal 4-Way main event that night? Why did you choose them? Why not Buddy Murphy? And Drake Maverick, he is booked as maybe behind Paige, but even on par with Paige as like the smartest GM of all the brands, because he always has a good logical answer.
Yes, that's
for
good.
why he does what he does.
Good.
He said Buddy Murphy didn't win against. He had 2 high-profile losses. One against. He didn't win in that triple threat match.
Yeah, he did. He lost to Mustafa Ali.
And he lost to Mustafa Ali. I like when he says Mustafa. No, I like that. It was good. And he was giving Nigel McGuinness some shit.
Yeah.
Any more questions, Nigel? No, just got some salad in my teeth.
Yeah, he's got to get the food out of his teeth. Anyways, Akira Tozawa picked up the win with a top rope senton. Afterwards, he went down commentary and demanded a rematch against Lio Rush.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yes.
I'd be very interested in seeing that, which kind of means that we're probably going to get 3 matches, right? Because if he's demanding a rematch, they got to split and then do the rubber match. They can't bury Akira Tozawa that bad, right?
Oh, I don't think that if
2 losses in a row, man?
I don't think 2 losses in a row is burying Akira Tozawa because he's putting forth quality performances.
Yeah, but still, 2 losses in a row. That's not good. He still has a lot of upside.
I know. There. I like Akira Tozawa a lot.
And wouldn't you want to see a 3rd match anyway?
Yeah, just have him wrestle every week.
Best of 7.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why not that? 4 matches.
I just don't think they're going to have Lio Rush lose a match this soon. But I could be wrong. I was surprised that Noam Dar lost to TJP last week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure how high they are on, Buddy Murphy. He's lost.
Yeah, but he always puts on awesome matches.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, they didn't do the undefeated streak with him. Like, I think they're kind of shying away from the undefeated streak. And Lio Rush can still come out of that looking like a megastar. If they do a thing where his, arrogance gets the best of him, then he has to dial it down a little bit. So, I don't know.
I don't really want to see him dial down the arrogance because it's funny.
Oh, I love it. I know.
Yeah, it's wildly entertaining. I don't want to see him dial that
Maybe
down.
he'll take it as, I need to be even more arrogant.
That's
and then he'll win, and then he'll be even more.
Yes.
Because I'm the man of the hour.
Next, we had a TJP promo. He was laying on a couch backstage.
Comfy.
Hat pulled over his eyes.
For comfs.
Just waking up from a nap, perhaps. Lifts the hat up, drops a promo.
I went to one of my. I know our phones are blowing up. This is like the least professional podcast ever.
Well, it's our.
Was that a flippin' Twitter notification for sneakers?
No.
You're all in on this.
Man,
I like it.
No, I have to be, especially with the thing, the off-white Presto's dropping tomorrow morning.
Oh dear.
Or tonight.
What can I do to help?
Stay out of the way. Most of the raffles have closed by now.
Okay.
I already found out I didn't win. I already came out in the short end of one raffle. Anyways, when a sneaker release such as this happens, you got to be on point. You got to be monitoring all your sources. Make sure you get all the raffles, get all the links. It's quite an endeavor.
Yeah,
takes a lot of persistence.
All right. Me and speaking of comfortable TJP, me and Lacey went to one of our kids' 8th grade graduations. And this a couple months ago, And, you're going in 8th grade. You don't have to dress up, but you're not supposed to just dress down.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear flip-flops.
That was the day that I watched SmackDown Live during the graduation.
Yeah.
Because he was only in it for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I made sure to take out the earbuds and cheer, and then I went back to SmackDown Live.
Yeah.
Because I got a job to do. As we were walking up there, I had to wear a button-up. She was looking very nice in a very nice dress. And then this dude comes out, and he's wearing like Jeff sweat shorts, flipping, tank top and everything. As he's walking out, it was just my gut reaction. I said straight to him, "Come for cumps." Lacey was mortified and he was confused. I just said, "Come for cumps."
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so TJP, he said, finally, what's his face? Drake Maverick got it right. I am in the main event along with 3 other guys, and I'm going to win. And then he yawned and went teeps.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea for old Larson here. Nap time. Next, Hideo Itami promo. He was shadowboxing, I guess, warming up backstage, and dropped a promo.
Yeah, I like that.
Brief,
that was
good.
Cool.
It started out in Japanese.
Yeah, that was rad.
Yeah.
And then he had just a couple words about Cedric Alexander. And then I think somebody, like Nigel or somebody, said, he better not look past the fatal 4-way tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he posed it more as a question. Like, I wonder if
he's looking past his opponents tonight, including Mustafa Ali.
Next, Lucha House Party iPhone promo. I guess Grand Metalik and Buddy Murphy weren't at the site because this iPhone promo was only Kalisto and Lince Dorado.
Lince Dorado is like a cartoon.
I know him.
Doing
this stuff.
Oh, that was
Kalisto
hilarious.
was
He's literally just a cartoon. I love him. He's great.
Their new shirts look good too.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways, they had a match against Ryan DePolo and Chris Robinson.
No, they had a match against the Pete Dunn twins. Alex C called this exactly right. Is this the guys that look like sort of Pete Dunn and the other guy looked like everything else about Pete Dunn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because one guy had like sort of the long hair on the side.
Yeah.
Then the other guy was wearing like the singlet, and his face looked like Pete Dunn. I was cracking up when I saw that. I was like, "Oh my god, you're totally right."
Wasn't much of a match though.
Like what movie is it when like one person splits off into 2?
Lots.
Really? That's happened a lot in movies?
Well, I mean, like Multiplicity is a whole movie about clones.
That's about clones, man. I was thinking of, what am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of the opposite. On Star Trek Voyager, they did this really terrible thing where Tuvok and Neelix got combined into one person, and they got like a different actor and put a bunch of like makeup that looks like both characters on them. It was a mess.
Anyways, Kalisto picked up the win after a Solita del Sol. Not much of a match.
Yeah, it was rad.
Next, Drew Gulak promo. More good stuff from Drew. Step to him. What happens?
I believe you tap.
You will.
Tap out.
You will tap out.
You will tap out. After that, we got a Mustafa Ali promo. I liked his DSLR stuff better, his pre-film stuff better. But this is good. He's a really good promo guy.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's awesome. So it's good.
And I like his new ring gear.
Me too. So just no shirt.
Yeah.
Isn't it like the same pants?
No, they're different pants too.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they weren't purple before. They're purple now.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
I like his vest with all the lights on it.
Yeah. But I like that he looks cooler with no shirt on.
I agree.
Like people, like dudes who look like. I was wondering. I was like, oh, maybe he has like a misshapen, chest
he's
or
jacked.
something. He's jacked.
Yeah, man.
He saw that there was like an Instagram picture or something on Twitter, and he was like posing, and he's like, jacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looked great. And then, and I was thinking to myself when I saw it, I was like, man, why doesn't this dude roll with no shirt in the ring? And I think that was his, way of saying, shirts off, gun show time. Gains the clock. So then we had, before that, though, we had a Lio Rush interview where he was asked why or what he felt about, what did he think about
Akira Tozawa asking for a rematch.
And he said, why should I give him a rematch? I already made him famous. I'm the man of the hour. Ooh. Because he talks like Christopher Walken. I'm going to take this amazing Rolex watch and stick it up his ass. 7 years. Anyways, then we had the Fatal 4-Way. It was fun.
Main event. It was a fun match.
It was a lot of fun. It was really cool.
The heels on several occasions wanted to team up on Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. There was that great spot where TJP was trying to direct traffic and was trying to do a double suplex on Ali, only to swerve, I believe, Drew Gulak and go for the pin himself.
Yeah.
And it's always fun when TJP puts more than one person in a submission hold.
Yeah, that's always
There's
fun.
a double abdominal stretch on Tuesday night. It was great.
That's sort of happening a lot these days. You see it like Tyler Bates doing that, and then you see it. Yeah, it's good stuff. I want to see more of that.
Yes.
More people just being stacked and twisted. And
Stackalades.
Stackalades are happening.
Multiple abdominal stretches.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
Double airplane spins, all that kind of stuff. So the finish saw Mustafa Ali hit a 054 on TJP, I believe. Hideo Itami pulls him out of the ring.
Oh, this was brutal.
Drives his head into the ring steps and then drop kicks his head while it's next to the ring steps.
He like sandwiches. Yeah.
Between
the ring steps
feet
and his kick.
and ring steps. Yeah. So he tosses Mustafa Ali back in the ring after first he throws him to the ring post, then he throws him back in the ring. And then Drew Gulak grabs Hideo Itami, throws him into the ring post. Gulak gets in the ring, puts Ali in the Gulak, and Ali passes out. Ref calls for the bell. Drew Gulak is your number one contender for the Cruiserweight title.
Made the most sense.
Yeah.
Made the most sense. I don't know that they're going to do this. I kind of feel like they really need, if they really want to do something kind of interesting and sort of refresh the chase for the title, put that title on Gulak. Build him up over the next couple of weeks whenever they have their match. Build him up. I mean, God, it should be at SummerSlam.
Oh, it should be at SummerSlam. Heck yes.
But build him up to be even more devastating than he is now. Get him away from Gallagher and Kendrick completely, which I hope he is.
No, they came out last night after he won.
Oh, they did? Okay,
Yeah.
I must have turned off prematurely then.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, they were all celebrating together.
All right. Well, maybe they'll be his henchmen they'll be his really strong henchmen instead of,
Cohorts.
Cohorts, yeah. He'll be the top guy.
Well, I think he kind of already is. He does most of the talking.
Well, he does. He calls himself the smartest guy in 205 Live, and they don't put up a fight about that. So they're like, yeah, he's smarter than us.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
In that respect, he's their leader.
Yeah, he's the leader.
Stupid people are never the leaders.
Oh, I don't know about that, Steve.
Let's move on. NXT. Whoa, NXT. Whoa, hey-oh, crazy episode.
What a heck of a show we had.
Oh, my
on NXT.
goodness. Shocker.
You knew it was going to be
Shocker.
a great show when it kicks off with Shock the System.
Shock the
Adam
system.
Cole.
When Mo the God comes out. Twitter. I got my shit hacked. Oh, he's got it back, though. That's good.
That's good.
Good for him.
Took a couple days, but
It took longer than I figured. It took like more time than it took when my stupid Twitter account got
maybe
hacked.
this Mo the God person got in there and really messed with it.
Could be, man. Who knows?
In terms of like the multiple step verifications and whatnot.
These kids know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I'm nobody. Anyways, it started off with, Adam Cole. Like you said, it's going to be a great episode. He comes out for a non-title defense against
Non-title defense.
non-title defense against Sean Maluda.
Pretty short match. Sean Maluda goes off the top rope, eats a massive super kick.
Yeah, that was great.
And then Adam Cole follows it up with a last shot.
Yeah.
And this was just the Shining Wizard to the back of the
just
head.
the Shining
so that
Wizard.
is, of course, according to tomorrow, the last shot now.
Man. Although I got the feeling that Nigel was hesitant during the replay to call it. Like I just felt like there was a little hesitancy in his voice when he said the last shot. I think Nigel knows.
I feel like it should be both moves.
It should be the combo.
It should be a combo finisher.
I agree.
Because a lot of people do Shining Wizards.
Yeah.
Not very many people do the suplex neck breaker on the knee and then follow it up with the Shining Wizard in
Is
the
the
back of the head.
Shining Wizard the laziest move that looks the most effective? Because it goes by so fast that all he really has to do, like people are really good at selling Shinsuke's because it looks like he nails him in the head. With Adam Cole, his thighs just sort of like roll by the guy's head.
I know.
And he does a big slap.
I know.
And it's like, okay, it actually looks pretty cool. It looks like it should be devastating, but it happens so fast and it's running and there's like, motion blur. That, I don't know. He's probably totally fine. He got like
Oh, it's totally safe, man.
meaty thigh to the head.
Yeah. And when Akira Tozawa does it, it's the same thing. You kind of just, based on how those two guys do it, when you're running with the knee, you just kind of raise your leg over the person's head at the moment of impact.
Yeah. Big old
Totally
slap.
safe.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
afterwards, Adam Cole grabs the mic, drops a promo saying that he'll defend his North American title against anybody, except, of course, for the match last night. And then, so he says, anybody that wants a chance at this belt, come on out. Enter Ricochet.
Ooh, intriguing. So
and he says, he pretty much says, Adam Cole, you become a coward. You're great, but you're a coward.
Yeah, so he gets in the ring, Adam Cole, and he challenges him to a match at TakeOver. And Adam Cole says, you know what? You're right. I am a winner, and I'm not going to take on losers. I'm not going to lower myself.
I'm not going to diminish myself by taking on you.
So he starts to leave. Ricochet calls him a coward. Adam Cole makes a move. Ricochet makes a move, but then he goes back and does his little superhero pose thing. Adam Cole gets down and starts yelling at him. Crowd's chanting coward. And then Karen might know more about this. But then I heard very distinctly a dude in the crowd saying, "You're a coward, Adam Cole. Shut up, Kyle. You shut up." Shut up, Kyle.
So anyways, Adam Cole goes walking up the ramp. He's met there by the rest of Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that are cleared to wrestle.
Right.
Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. They start to make their way back towards the ring. However, from behind comes War Raiders.
War Raiders.
To even the odds. Undisputed Era start to flee through the crowd where they are met by
the most porn star looking Tyler Bate
and Trent Seven
and porn star director looking Trent Seven
with their awesome silver jackets.
So Tyler Bate was wearing a silver jacket.
They both were, yeah.
I know. Hold on, I'm going one by one. Tyler Bate had the silver mustache mountain jacket, white jeans, a gold chain, no shirt on underneath, porn stain. He doesn't. He's got some scruff, but it's not like it used to be. Porn stash. Looks great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Looked like he was ready to go. And then Trent Seven looked amazing too.
It was great. They brawled. I mean, if we're taking the long view, this should all be a setup for War Games.
Yeah.
Should be those three teams.
War Raiders and
British
Ricochet
Strong Style
versus British Strong Style
versus
and
Undisputed Era.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that'd be great.
Porn Stash Mountain. Jay is rooting in chat.
That's great. Next, we had a Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane contract signing.
Was this an episode of Friendo Road? Because it looked like it. It was like shot on not a full frame camera.
No. It was cool to see William Regal back. It's the first time we've seen him in a while.
Yeah, and he was wonderfully awkward.
Yeah.
This was fantastic. So, like, it was very simple. Shayna's on one side, Kairi's on the other, William Regal's in the middle. They have like a hard cam on all three of them, and they've got a couple of close-ups on Shayna and Kairi. And so they're going back and forth a little bit, like Shayna once again is sort of illustrating, look at all the women in the division I've cleared out, and look at none of them are. She didn't say none of them are ready for me. None of them have what it takes. I think that's what her thing was, because the other thing is Asuka's. And so she's there and she says, Candice LeRae should be a homemaker. She doesn't have what it takes. Dakota Kai, no, that was rude. Dakota Kai, she doesn't have what it takes. And Kairi saying, you think you're a pirate looking for this treasure. You don't have what it takes.
Yeah, then Kairi saying, well, I beat you once.
Mm-hmm. And she said, you know it and I know it. I can totally beat you. Shayna says, no, you can't. Signs name. Shayna gets up and leaves. And then William Regal's just sitting there. Oh, this is awkward. And then Kairi turns to him and says, she knows it and I know it.
know it.
And you know it. I can beat her. And then William Regal takes his pen and he just starts very meekly writing something at the bottom of the contract. He's like,
I know.
All right, I'm writing absolutely nothing right now. Hopefully,
I'm drawing a doodle.
I'm doodling on the contract. Hopefully you'll just get up and leave because I feel awkward right now.
After that was Lacey Evans versus Nilla Price.
Do we know who Nilla Price is?
No idea.
She's from apparently Detroit, I think they said.
Oh, all right.
Well, Michigan, someplace in Michigan.
Yeah.
I think it was Detroit. Don't know who she is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Maybe she's big on the Detroit scene. I don't know.
Lacey Evans is getting quite a push.
Oh, yeah, man.
She's real good.
She's going to have a takeover match, right? She has to.
That I don't know.
So they're pushing her and they're pushing Bianca Belair.
Yes.
I wonder if maybe we'll get Lacey Evans versus Bianca Belair. Maybe a takeover? No, it's not going to be
Their
a takeover.
paths really haven't converged yet, though.
They haven't. They're pushing them both. I still think Lacey Evans might go to main without going to the takeover, to be honest with you.
No, I think you're right there.
I love Bianca Belair's promo.
Oh, that was great.
That was
When
great.
She kept on talking after she left the interview area. That was outstanding.
Undefeated.
That was great.
But before that happened, we had Nilla Price versus Lacey Evans. Easy win for Lacey Evans.
Yep.
She won with the women's right. She's fantastic. I really, really like her. She's
me
great.
too. Me too.
After that, we had the Bianca Belair interview. They said, hey, you know what? You were not cleared to compete for the Fatal 4-Way, so it was a triple threat. What do you think about that? And she's like, why should I have even been in that? I'm undefeated. I should have my title shot right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's great.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, tons of attitude. It was fantastic.
Oh man, it was fantastic.
And like you said, she left.
And she kept on repeating the same thing. Yeah. Undefeated.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was great. Next, Shayna Baszler walking backstage. It looked like she had her luggage with her leaving the venue.
Seemed like it.
And Candice LeRae comes up to her and says, hey, if you're going to talk trash to my face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
who was trying to hold her back? Was that Serena Deeb or Sarah? Okay, I think it was Serena Deeb. Is it Sarah? What's her name?
Sarah Amato.
Sarah, yeah.
She's producing for Maine now.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she has been for a while.
Oh, okay. So that was Serena Deeb.
Yeah.
I thought, okay. All right, cool. Good.
At least I believe so.
Yeah.
Like Sarah
Sometimes
Amato.
I feel like I know what she looks like, and then I'm like, is that her? Can't really tell. Anyways.
Shayna was like, get
Yeah.
out of here.
And Candice was like, let me prove it to you.
Yeah.
Prove it to you. So, and then after that, we had our main event.
Shocking.
Yeah. I mean, not a lot happened there. We can just move on.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black. Man, wowie wow. Did you
Probably Alistair's best match
not
in NXT.
probably. This was absolutely.
His match against Adam Cole was really good.
And his match against Velveteen Dream was really good, but
Yeah.
neither of them were this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And, Tommaso Ciampa, look at his opponent. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That guy, it's like, it's not just because he was with Johnny Wrestling.
But he was putting on 5-star matches.
Now you can see, oh, man, this dude is.
He is a singular talent in his own right.
So he comes out, no theme music.
Of course, Booze is his theme music, Steve.
Jacked.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Vascular.
Jacked. Lot. I don't know. He was like cables.
Oh, I know.
Coaxial cables.
Oh, I know.
Everywhere. It was great.
Oh, man. Jacked.
So he faces off against Aleister Black, who looks like a lump compared to Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, pretty much most people look like a lump compared to Tommaso Ciampa.
Pretty
He is
much.
jacked.
Anyways, it was a fantastic match. You have a lot of notes here.
Yeah, I do. Usually if the match is good, I'm into it. Either I take 0 notes or lots of notes. So the match starts out on the mat, sort of like we saw with Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream. A lot of moves, counters, and whatnot. It goes to the outside, and that's where the striking begins. I believe Ciampa starts hitting him. Aleister Black responds in kind, but of course, Aleister has the striking advantage. Later on, Aleister goes for his line salt type move, and then Ciampa just pushes him out of the ring, and then throws Aleister to the ring steps. And from that point on, for a stretch, Tommaso was targeting the lower back of Aleister Black, put him in an abdominal stretch, a clover leaf. At one point later on, he tossed him into the corner of the apron, all working over the lower back.
And it worked in later. Aleister did several moves that required his lower back to work properly, and it didn't. Like he tried to do a German suplex, didn't work.
Ciampa reversed a black mass into a roll up. Aleister kicks out at 2. Aleister goes for the top rope moonsault. Ciampa gets out of the way and then tosses Aleister into the timekeeper. Creates some separation.
Yeah.
This spot was great. So Ciampa's on the outside. Aleister hits a plancha. He rolls Tommaso back in the ring, and as soon as Aleister gets back in the ring, Ciampa grabs him, draping DDT.
Yeah, that was great. But Aleister Black kicked out.
Yes. Ciampa goes to the outside, pulls back the mat ringside, exposes the concrete. Tries to drop Aleister on it, but no. Eventually, though, Aleister pushes Ciampa into Drake. Drake Wirtz, the ref.
Yeah.
And Drake takes the bump on the concrete.
Ooh, that looked nasty, too.
He had his chin about as tucked in as could be.
Of course, we've seen Drake wrestle live ages ago.
Drake Younger ages ago.
So he's been around. He knows.
He knows how to take that bump.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of. I think he did a lot of stuff in CZW.
That's what somebody in chat here mentioned.
Yeah. So he knows how to take that bump. So while Drake is out ringside, Aleister hits Black Mass, but there's no ref to count the pinfall.
He goes for the pin, and it's just like a million counts.
Yeah. Ciampa gets the upper hand, goes out, brings the NXT title into the ring. He's primed to hit Alistair with it. Enter Johnny Gargano.
Uh-oh.
Hits Ciampa with a super kick. And then he and Ciampa start wrestling for the title. Gargano pulls back and inadvertently hits Alistair with the title. Ciampa throws Gargano and the title out of the ring. Ciampa hits. I don't know if I've seen. It wasn't Project Ciampa. Some other different move.
Yeah, I don't know. It was drop a dude on his head.
It's kind of like a J driller.
Holy crap! Yeah. Is he gonna be able to do that on Maine?
No. Pins Alistair Black. He is the new NXT champion. My favorite part of this whole match might have been afterwards, where he calls Drake up to the top of the ramp, says, "Put the belt on me."
Yeah.
And it looked like he was wearing no trunks.
Yeah, just belt. That should be his new thing.
Yeah,
just belt. And then he turns away from the camera. You see butt cheeks.
Exactly.
That'd be great.
And he kept on having Drake lift his hand.
Yeah,
great stuff.
That's great. And I loved watching the reaction of the crowd, because it was like, number one, they don't do title changes at Full Sail very often. This was a massive one. This was a huge one.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was spoiled for pretty much everybody else
the week prior. Yeah.
In advance of watching the show, which is like the lone sort of thing about NXT that still you can't get away from, really, and that's the spoiler aspect of things, which is probably why they don't do a lot of title changes on TV. But this was a particularly big one. But there's also an aspect of building buzz to it.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God. And so you sort of get used to it at this point.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Now that Gargano inserted himself in this match, now he's, I would think, going to be in this picture going forward. Actually, I don't know how to continue this conversation because they haven't really announced what's going to happen at TakeOver yet.
Okay,
even though I
well,
know. You can kind of put the pieces together.
You can put the pieces together that at TakeOver. Okay, here's the deal. We're 30 minutes into it. We've made revenue off your view. If you don't want to hear the spoiler for the TakeOver match that's going to happen, feel free to turn it off and turn on one of our other shows.
Yeah, because our recap is pretty much over.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is a spoiler, at NXT War Games, the title match will be champion Tommaso Ciampa, challengers Alistair Black and Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
What was going to be your question about that?
Is that going to be the moment? Because for me, it seems like this arc for Gargano has to be him becoming what at this point it is becoming what he disliked most. He's pretty much Ciampa at this point, overcome with emotion, specifically anger, and really unable to do anything other than channel that emotion. So is this going to be the match where he has to have an epiphany of sorts? Either he continues down this path and may become champion by, essentially falling victim to the dark side, if you will, or does he have a moment of clarity and say, "Oh, if I do this, that's it. Johnny Gargano is done." As you know him.
Yeah.
He's at that point totally consumed by his anger, or does he say, "This is a chance for me to redeem myself and to right a wrong and help Alistair directly or indirectly reclaim the title."
This is going to be their third takeover fighting each other. I would love to see it go 5 takeovers. It could totally, and I think that would be really, really smart of them to do. Because just to have Johnny... Look, you can go any number of ways. Everything you just said, you can do all that in one match. I think it'd be way smarter to pace it out over the next, this coming takeover plus 2 more, because we know they can put on the best matches, in the world right now. And I would love to see that character arc go through match to match to match. It all depends on how quickly they want to get to the point of the story or the next phase of the story. They can do it in one match effectively and beautifully. They could do it over the course of 3 more matches and do it effectively and beautifully. I think it would be so much more memorable. It's already a memorable feud. I think it would go down as one of the best ever if they told it over the course of a year of takeovers.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Pretty cool.
A year of takeovers.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fantastic. So I want to see that. I get the feeling that Alistair Black will probably get called up after SummerSlam.
Could if he doesn't regain the title, and that seems a near certainty.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be out.
Could be with the talent that's coming in. Maybe if someone else can be brought in at SummerSlam weekend. Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that more on the news show tomorrow.
Yeah.
He had some interesting quotes on Xbox podcast.
Oh.
Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, we'll save that for the show tomorrow then.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of good we didn't talk about it on Monday as we originally intended because there's been some more details come up since then.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
Anyways, yeah, it's interesting to see where this story goes. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Would you like to answer some questions, Steve?
Would you like to look at the television, Mr. Lee?
First, Alex Foster. Should people in the crowd for NXT tapings be allowed to post spoilers with pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, because WWE does it. They were the ones that spoiled the title change last week.
Yeah. And, dude, you get into a really nasty situation where, like, Lucha Underground kind of found themselves not too long ago where it's like, oh, you violated the NDA that you did this, you did that. Nah, man. That's the wonderful thing about NXT is that it's not just the future of the WWE, but it's the future of the way WWE handles their social media aspect of things. Like, that's just the world we live in now, where there are spoilers out in the world because not everything can be live.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Jacob Omega, how would you guys debut Undisputed Era on Main? Personally, I would have them help Kevin Owens win the Universal title. Big old Ring of Honor group, and they will all be super entertaining. I can't argue with that.
I can't think of a better way.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a better way.
That would be great.
God, could you imagine Kevin Owens and those guys?
Man, that'd be the best, the absolute best. Jeffrey Nguyen, seeing how popular Undisputed Era are, do you still think it's a bad name for the group? I'm totally into it now.
No, see that, and that's the thing is that originally I was like, "What the hell is that?" But you get used to it. They make it work.
Yeah.
And their theme music I used to think was like a temp track, and now it's one of the most iconic themes in all of wrestling
Ever.
It's just, dude, yeah, it's fantastic. It's all good.
Yeah. Chuck Sips, if you had to choose between ensuring Aleister Black or Adam Cole are used properly on main roster, who do you choose? I think Aleister Black's going to be fine because he's got the mystique.
Yeah.
Whereas, for me, ensuring Adam Cole is used properly means Undisputed Era never breaks up.
Yeah.
So if I can ensure that Undisputed Era never breaks up, I'll take that option. I think Aleister Black will be fine.
Let me ask you this. What do you think the dangerous floor would be for Adam Cole? Like, the saddest floor for Adam Cole? Because it's not like he's ever going to sink to Ty Dillinger.
No.
He's never going to sink there. And I don't think he'll ever sink to Bobby Roode either. I don't think that's possible.
No, I don't think so either.
But Finn Balor, I would think, is his floor, which is a pretty damn good floor.
That's an okay floor, yeah.
That's a good floor.
That's all right.
Do you think his floor is beneath that?
No.
I don't think so either. I think just through force of personality, I think everybody likes him.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, everybody loves Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Six-sided Sexagon. Who are the worst additions to stables in WWE history? I mean, like most of the NWO.
Wait, what was the question?
Who are the worst additions to stables in WWE history?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you got to take NWO out of it because it was like everybody.
Yeah, it was most of the NWO.
I mean, I think, okay, so what was the first bad move about the NWO? With the NWO?
Choosing Hogan over Sting.
No. Oh, man. On camera.
Oh.
Well, probably Big Show, right?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
Wasn't he the fourth member?
Something like that. He was in the first six.
He was in the first six.
That didn't make any sense.
X-Pac was 6.
Yeah.
Show was before him.
Yeah, and DiBiase.
DiBiase's not a bad pick.
No, I didn't mind that at all.
He's a money guy, yeah.
But
and he wasn't
the
a wrestler.
Giant was just in a huge feud with Hogan the year
Didn't
prior.
make
Didn't make any sense.
None. He could have led like WCW's. Yeah. That was a bad move. X-Pac's a good move.
Oh, yeah.
He's Click. Who was 7, though? Who was number 7? Who was number 7? At that point, wasn't it like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 all came in at the same time or something?
Vincent amongst
Oh, God. Does he count?
that group of people?
I don't remember.
Because it was Vincent, and then who else after that? Like Dusty was in the NWO for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
Norton, Scott Norton.
Boy, yeah.
Buff Bagwell.
Order of NWO members. Oh, here we go.
Conan might have been in that group, but I like Conan.
List of New World Order members. Hopefully they have them in.
Yeah, we need it in order, in chronological order.
Chronological.
I don't think
Scott
that is.
Hall, Kevin Nash,
Oh,
Hulk
there you
Hogan,
go.
Ted DiBiase. No, this is in order. Nice.
The
Thank
Giant,
you, Wikipedia.
yeah.
The Giant.
Oh,
NWO
NWO
Sting was so 1, 2.
Oh, I guess it was
3,
DiBiase.
4.
Wasn't an active competitor. He
Gotcha.
didn't count
Okay.
as.
All right. Then you're right. Vincent.
Then Elizabeth. Then Bischoff. Then Bagwell. Then Michael Wall Street. Ugh.
Oh man.
Boss Man.
Norton. Masahiro Chono.
Savage. Rodman. Muda. Conan.
Tenzin.
Wow, I didn't realize Conan joined that late.
Hennig, Rude, Louis Spicolli. Oh.
Dusty.
Oh, wow. He died really quickly afterwards.
Dusty, Bryan Adams.
Jeez.
The Disciple.
What a mess.
And then Steiner.
What an absolute mess.
NWO ref.
NWO ref.
Nick Patrick.
It's so bad.
Imagine if it had been Hall, Nash, I guess keep Hogan in there.
Mm-hmm.
X-Pac, or 6, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just those 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why they insisted on trying to make NWO its own promotion. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't make a sense.
I never understood why would NWO people fight NWO people in these matches. It didn't make any sense.
No, it didn't. It didn't. They should have been like just a subversive,
a hostile takeover.
Yeah, a hostile takeover, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Dong Diggler asks, which NXT or 205 wrestler's theme song would you work out to? Hashtag Larson Pod.
Tony Nese.
Oh yeah, Tony Nese, and then of course the man of the hour.
Yeah,
workout
Aleister Black is his workout. His
oh, that's on. Yeah,
theme,
yeah. I was just looking at 205 Live. Oh yeah, NXT. Undisputed Era. Aleister Black. Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I even like
Street Profits.
Gargano's. There's Rebel Heart. It's
yeah,
so
that's all right.
cheesy, but I kind of like
Tommaso
it.
Ciampas.
So that's just nothing. Sometimes I have to because I got the Bluetooth headphones and they run out of juice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so I'm just.
But
it's not a course of booze.
I know. I got to find that.
Yeah, exactly.
They should release that.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa's theme, Chorus of Booze.
Course of booze. Master of memes, Blake Whitehouse. Now that we've had time to fully see what Buddy Murphy is capable of, do you think he earned the nickname NXT's best kept secret?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Because apart from his tag team run with Wesley Blake, he really wasn't on TV at all. Once they broke them up, he was gone.
Yeah.
Mr. Lipkin Unlimited, NXT holds its own mixed match challenge with the following teams. Gargano and Candice LeRae, Montez Ford and Bianca Belair, Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler, Velveteen Dream and Kairi Sane, Cassius Ohno and Nikki Cross, Lars Sullivan and Dakota Kai, Otis Dozovic and Lacey Evans, Ricochet and Vanessa Bourne.
Oh, Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler. I would say.
What team would you be the most fun to watch? Which 2 teams should face each other in the final?
Most fun to watch is Montez Ford and Bianca Belair.
Yes.
And the finals should be Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae,
against
Adam Cole, and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I like all my answers. Velveteen Dream and Kairi Sane would be fun too, though.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a fun team.
Leroy the heel Yinzer Rollins. Hey, friendos, who's going to be the NXT call-ups after SummerSlam?
That also sort of dovetails into Chris K's question. What are the chances of Aleister Black debuting at SummerSlam or right after? So I would say not at SummerSlam. They don't really do
afterwards,
that.
maybe.
Sadly, they don't do that. I wish they would do that more.
I know.
often.
If he loses the title match at TakeOver, then the odds are pretty good, I would guess.
That we're going to see on SmackDown Live, Aleister Black versus Aiden English. Oh, no! No, please don't do that. He needs to be on Raw immediately fighting Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Well, Brock might be out the door. Lacey Evans, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets called up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that one. That wouldn't surprise
Maybe
me.
Dakota Kai, too. I wouldn't be surprised by that either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by either of those.
Especially if they're going to have Dream, maybe.
Yeah, we've heard rumors. I really wish that wasn't the case, but we've heard rumors
Or
about
EC3, yeah.
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 Boy, there's too many people, man.
I know.
There's way too many people.
They might be signing more people.
Oh, gosh, stop signing so many people.
Well, if they end up signing who rumor has it they're going to be signing, that's a good addition.
Matt Riddle?
Yeah.
I don't think he's as big a name as you think he is.
No, I think he's as big a name as I think he is.
He's as big a name as Keith Lee.
No, I think he's
You think he's bigger?
Mhm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see here.
He might be on par with Ricochet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think
come
so.
on.
Not in terms of
Ricochet's on par with Adam Cole.
All right, then maybe Matt Riddle's just a slight notch below. Matt Riddle has gotten a lot of buzz in a very short amount of time and picked up a lot of titles all around the world.
Was he ever PWG champion?
No,
Then there you go.
but he's held countless other titles elsewhere.
Who's a bigger name, Matt Riddle or Walter?
Matt Riddle.
Not by much, though.
No, it's Matt Riddle.
Not by much.
Yeah, I think it's Matt
I
Riddle.
don't know, man. I think your radar is off, my friend.
No, I don't.
Let's see here. Suplex Casey. A couple weeks ago, there was an NXT house show in my town.
Ooh.
And before the main event, Adam Cole, Bebe, cut a promo and had the entire crowd chanting, Fort Pierce sucks. Yes. Power rank some wrestlers that no matter what they do, they get great face reactions from the crowd.
When the New Day were heel,
Yeah.
regardless of what they did.
Yeah. Once they made that turn, because there is a pretty wide gulf between them turning heel but being loved and then finally turning face.
Yeah.
Minnesota Joe, do you think Ciampa might be the best character to show up in NXT? No one gets a better reaction from the fans, in my opinion. I tell you what, this Ciampa. I think we are watching the pinnacle of NXT storytelling with Ciampa and Gargano. I don't think there's been anything like it before, and I have a hard time thinking there's going to be anything like it afterwards, especially if it lasts an entire year of takeovers.
I know. The level of storytelling in terms of metaphor and symbolism.
The details.
It's something you don't see very often.
No, you don't. And it's absolutely amazing. I mean, honestly, it's the kind of thing where appreciate it now because you never know how those guys are going to be treated on main.
Yep.
But you have to appreciate what they're doing right now.
Yep.
In a way, it's kind of the same with although Finn never had any great stories.
In NXT, I know.
In NXT, but he was huge, and the demon thing, he was huge. He was special. So yeah. Let's see here. Steve Standard. Within the next decade or so, are there any potential prospects, either in NXT or called up recently, you could see overtaking Bruno's reign?
No one's going to ever overtake Bruno's reign.
It is simply too long of a reign.
Yeah. The
7
industry
years.
is vastly different now than it was then.
Like the only person I could see even possibly doing that would be Brock Lesnar, because if they get really what if he's still Universal Champion when he beats massive if, because I don't think it's going to happen, if he were to beat DC, right, and be UFC champion and Universal champion, I could see WWE maybe wanting to go that route with him.
Well, I can
ride
see
it
them,
as long as it lasts.
Yeah,
and
I think
if it
they
takes
would.
3 more years, I could see that. 3 more years of the Universal title showing up 3 times a year, I could see them doing something weird like that.
Yeah, it could be, especially, to have your Universal Champion also be UFC Heavyweight Champion. I wouldn't be surprised if they had kept the Universal title on him until he dropped that belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you know what Vince is. Sometimes he gets a stick up his ass. He might want to ride that to beat Bruno. He might want to do that with Brock.
Well, that's 8 years. That's a long time.
Well, 7 and change.
Pretty much 8.
Yeah, pretty much 8. I
And
know.
so
Look,
Brock still has
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
6+ years to go.
But by far, he's got the best chance of doing it. By far, unless somebody comes around who's young and pulls off. If the UFC and WWE find gold together with some young prospect, and he just tears it up like Johnny Bones without all the mess in his life, right? And he's a huge mark for WWE, and he's got all sorts of leverage, and he uses it to do both things. But the chance of that happening are just completely out of this realm. But that's what it would take. It would take a crossover guy, that people love.
Yeah.
I would say that.
That would never basically get hurt ever.
And that too.
While competing in 2 sports.
Yeah. So probably not going to
Simply find that not believable.
Me too. And it's funny because it could. They have 2 world titles. It could.
Yeah.
But probably not going to happen.
Yeah, probably not going to happen.
You think Samoa
No, I
Joe's
take
gonna
that
pick
back.
up?
Roman Reigns is going to have that belt for 10 years whenever he finally wins it.
No, man, no.
Oh, yes, Steve.
This is
What were you going to say about Samoa Joe?
You think he's going to pick up that title at SummerSlam?
No.
Probably not, huh?
I don't.
Let's see here. Let's see. Discord Wolfpack's demonetized Balor. I was very impressed with how much show they fit into 48 minutes and 57 seconds for 205 Live. If the fear of NXT on regular TV is about time constraints, is this an adequate demonstration of getting it done with enough bang for your buck?
Here's the thing about 205 Live. It might have only been 48 minutes. You'd still have to cut 4 minutes and fill the remaining 16 minutes with commercials. Granted, the sample size, the one NXT that ran on USA that one time, it's a small sample size. It's one episode. Just didn't feel the same.
It didn't. I'll totally agree with you. I mean, it might be the kind of thing that I'd get used to. But I love the way it is now. Mm-hmm. And I'm a firm believer of if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Unless you really want to fix it and it's something that really gets on your, bugs you sometimes. Like what I do with our graphics sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, I'm bored with this. Don't broke it unless.
Don't break it.
Don't fix it.
Unless it's actually broken.
Yeah, or unless you're bored with it.
Well, then that's not fixing it because,
right.
I mean, to fix it, it'd have to be broken in the first place.
Yeah. So don't do any of that unless you're me.
If you're bored, then you're just tinkering.
Do what I say, not what I do. Right?
Sure.
It's a good idea. Anyways, I think it's it for show.
Yeah.
That's a good show.
Good show today. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for show.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tired.
Hilton, really?
I've been up since 4 this morning.
Man, yeah, I didn't get a lot of good sleep last night either because of my AC problem.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's it for show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.